Hello students, in today's lecture we will be deriving Schrodinger's time dependent wave equation. Time dependent wave equation. That means how the wave equation is depending on time. See, in time independent Schrodinger equation, potential is taken as an independent of time. Now, if potential energy is going to depend on time, then the total energy of our system will also depend on time. Then we will need Schrodinger's time dependent wave equation. Now in this case the particle is moving non-relativistically, first thing, and the differential equation representing a one-dimensional wave motion is given by del 2y by del x2 is equal to 1 upon v square del 2y by del t2. This is the general wave equation. Now we are going to simplify this in order to obtain Schrodinger wave equation, which is time dependent. Now for propagation of matter waves, E is equal to h mu. Mu is equal to E upon h, and de Broglie says lambda is equal to h upon p. Now the general solution for this expression is phi is equal to a e to the power of minus 2 pi I into E upon h t minus x upon h p. Now we can write it phi x t is equal to, this wave function is acceptable, it is normalized, it has a finite value, and it is differentiable. So a, the amplitude, e to the power of minus 2 pi I, this h we have taken out common, into et minus x p. This is wave describing a free particle along x direction, and it is having total energy T, which is time dependent, and P is the momentum. Now when we are doing Schrodinger equation, we differentiate the position coordinates twice and the time once, and then we put these values in our equation. So what we will do is, we will differentiate this equation twice with respect to x. When we do that, we can see the x quantity inside here. So when we will do twice differentiation, few things we should know. I is under root minus 1, so I square is equal to minus 1, and we are differentiating, so we will open the brackets for this. Let us begin. Differentiating del phi by del x is equal to a e to the power of minus 2 pi I upon h into et minus xp into minus 2 pi I upon h into p. Now second differentiation, del 2 phi by del x2 is equal to a e to the power of minus 2 pi I upon h into et minus xp. We differentiate this again with respect to x, so we will again be this term will again come, so it is minus 2 pi I upon h p whole square. This has been whole square because we have second differentiated, so again the terms attached will p will come again, this x, and now we will use I square is equal to minus 1. So we get del 2 phi by del x2 is equal to a e to the power of minus 2 pi I upon h into to the power et minus xp into 4 pi square I square h square p square. Now what we will do in this is expression of wave function itself. This is phi itself. So this equation gets more simplified and we can write this expression as now as putting phi equal to a e to the power of minus 2 pi I upon h into et minus xp. So this becomes del 2 phi by del x2 is equal to phi into I square gives a minus 4 pi square h square p square. Now p square becomes equal to minus 1 upon phi, this has gone this side, h square upon 4 pi square del 2 phi by del x2. In non-relativistic limit, the total energy of the particle is equal to sum of kinetic energy and potential energy. That means E is equal to half mv square, which is our kinetic energy, and the potential energy. We can even write this equal to p square upon 2m plus v. Now we will put this value of p square here and we will put the value of E which we had found in this expression. What do we get? Putting the value p square is this much, and how much did we find E? E we had found as 1 upon phi I h upon 2 pi del phi by del t, and p square is this much. So we will put these two values here in this expression. We get, after putting these values in this expression, we are getting C. E is p square upon 2m plus v. We have found E as 1 upon phi I h upon 2 pi del phi by del t is equal to minus, we are putting the value of p square, minus 1 upon phi h square upon 4 pi square del 2 phi by del x2 1 upon 2m plus v. Multiply both sides, by phi. We get IH upon 2 phi del phi by del t is equal to minus phi upon phi h square upon 4 pi square del 2 phi by del x2 1 upon 2m plus v phi. Now phi gets cancelled and anything else, so this becomes equal to h bar, we will put equal to h upon 2 pi. Then we get the expression as I h bar del phi by del t is equal to minus h bar square upon 2m del 2 phi by del x2 plus v phi. This equation is your famous Schrödinger time dependent equation. It is dependent on time, and if a particle is moving in 3 dimensions, then you can write this in terms of x, y, z easily. So your equation then becomes minus h square upon 2m del square for x, y, z plus v into phi is equal to I h bar del phi by del t. The Schrödinger time dependent wave equation. It is used to explain non-stationary phenomena. Non-stationary phenomena. It is used to explain the non-stationary phenomena such as electronic transition between two states of atoms, etc.